Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yugioh for you. I'm here with a deck profile for you guys. This is going to be my Gogogo zombies for the TCG. Now, later on, probably this weekend, I'll have my OCG version. I still have other OCG decks I need to make, like the Bounty Boxers. But I got a lot of deck profiles I need to actually record. But I want to go record one of the decks that I definitely would like to play this format. Oh, sorry, it's kind of just 8, so... I'm over 8. Ugh. I can't do that. But... this is one of the decks I want to play in real life, and it's such a fun deck. I like it a lot. It's been working pretty well. There's some things I wish will come back to help the deck out even more, but I'll talk about that as we get into the deck. But this is kind of like how I want to play zombies. You know, I kind of want to go outside the typical zombie stuff, which are Plague Spitter, Mizuki, and all that stuff. Maliciouses, and I want to go with this. Because I just love the Go-Go zombies. It's so much fun. So, anyway, let's get started. So first up we have triple Gogogo Ghost, 2 Golems, and then 3 Giants. The Giants here are just pretty much to add more exceeding spammage, as more targets from a Chameleon for Syncering and exceeding pleasures. Golem and the Ghost are pretty much self-explanatory, so I don't really think I need to go over them. I'm playing 2 Golems. Some people, I've seen some people play 1. I don't really see people play 3. But I think, you know, I'm not a big fan of 1. 3 is too much. 2 for me is just the right amount for the guy. That way, if I do see him in my hand, he's not too bad, because at least it takes 2 attacks to kill him when he's in defense mode, so it's not a total loss. It's not really a bad thing if I get him in my hand. Next up, we have triple Zombie Master, 2 Goblin Zombie, and then 2 Mizuki. I'm only playing 2 Goblin Zombie just because it's just there to kind of deck and search out for my Ghosts and my Zombie Masters. Other than that, I really don't use this effect all too much. It's just there to deck them by a card and possibly make my opponent mill a card from the deck to the graveyard. Mizuki is a card I didn't really have it last time, but I decided to put it in for shits and giggles, and I like him in the deck. He's pretty fun. It allows me to set for more plays, goes for exceeds a little bit more, and he's on the target for my Goblin Zombie, so, you know, more power to him. Then you have 2 Kage to Kage, and then 3 Masked Chameleon. I dropped Kage down to 2. I replaced him with Mizuki, only because, you know, this kind of helps me not get multiples in my hand. Just because, you know, I don't really like getting 2 Kages in my hand unless I have multiple uses out of him. But probably one of my best opening plays, like the best start out for this deck is either Gogogo Ghost, Gogogo Giant, or Zombie Master plus a Kage to Kage. Pretty much ensures that next turn I'm gonna have a Masked Chameleon play. If nothing goes wrong, if they don't stop it, I am going to have a Masked Chameleon play. I'm going to be able to either synchro or exceed next turn for sure. Masked Chameleon, very, very powerful card. I love it a lot. Only downside to him is if I have a level 5 or higher monster, I can't normal summon him. So that kind of makes him a little clunky, but you also have the option where you can exceed with him. So, you know, that's all good there. And another issue with Masked Chameleon is once I activate the effect, I can only special summon monsters from the extra deck. So if I get like a Baylord, I can't like just basically like go, oh, Kage to Kage as well, because, well, now Chameleon is negated. So it's one of those type of situations like, like, it's got some bad qualities, but overall it's a very, very good card. And we have multiple targets in the deck to really make Masked Chameleon pretty much of a good powerhouse. On to the spells, we have 2 Duality, Dark Hole, triple MST, and then 2 Night Beam. I know Duality is at 3, but 2 is just enough for this deck. The deck loves Special Summon quite a bit. I even have times where I Special Summon the first turn, because I have the ability to. Duality is here just to help set up plays if I need them, or just maybe help me find an answer, like if I need Dark Hole, or MST Night Beam, or a certain trap. It's just there to deck them by more cards. 3 would just be too much. Now, running the 2 Night Beam, these were in the deck before Heavy Storm was banned, so don't worry guys, I didn't just replace Heavy Storm with Night Beams. They were in there already for more backer hate. I basically took out the Heavy Storm for a 3 MST. But the reason I have so much backer hate is because backer can actually hurt this deck. It really can hurt this deck at times. And in such a backer heavy format, especially if people using chainable traps, such as T-Roar, Waboku, Mermills are still going to be around, so that Abyss Sphere. There's a lot of things that Night Beam can actually hit that could benefit me in the long run. And if your opponent wants to try to chain things in so they can chain that trap card. Like I say, it's a roll to clear or something like that. They're using their cards that they have face down to counteract my Night Beam. So it hurts them more than it hurts me. For the traps, we have Solemn Warning, 2 Mirror Force, 2-Dimensional Prison, Bottomless, Torrential, Compulse, 3 Phoenix Wing Wind Blasts, and then a Starlight Road. The reason I'm running Phoenix Wing Wind Blast is just a nice chainable trap. Allows me to get over annoyances such as Starless Dragon, Yugioh. There's a lot of different things that Phoenix Wing Wind Blast actually helps me out with. And the fact that I discard 1 card is not really a big deal, since there's a lot of monsters in this deck that I want to go in the graveyard. Like, I want Golem in the grave, I want Ghost in the grave, I want Mizuki in the grave. If there's any cards I don't need, I can just ditch those for Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. I prefer this over Regeki Break only because of the fact that it allows me to kind of set up for my place. If you kind of get what I'm going, it allows, like, Regeki Break does allow me to set up for my place, but Phoenix Wing Wind Blast allows me to do more things, because since it doesn't destroy, so it's always good to have that. I'm playing the Solid Road just because Solid Road, despite what people say, people are saying like, oh, Heavy's gone, Solid Road should not play it. Wrong. Solid Road is a card you should always, in this format, at least side deck a Road. Solid Road hits so much this format. It will hit Malevolent Catastrophe, which people are playing. It will hit that Mirror Force. Again, people are playing Mirror Force. Judgment Dragon, because life ones aren't going to be big. It will hit Black Rose Dragon. It will hit Dark Hole. It's good against the Blackwing matchup because they have Icarus and Delta Crow. So there's multiple cards Stellar Road can actually hit. So I would definitely highly recommend at least siding a Stellar Road for those matchups, because it would be a nice surprise factor for your opponent, because they're not gonna see it coming, because a lot of people aren't playing Road. So it'll keep them on their toes. For the next deck, we have a Stardust Dragon, Scrap Dragon, Crimson Blader, Thought with the Archfiend, and a Darkened Dragon. Now, there's another level 18 card I was thinking of, Angel of Zera, which, let's see, I can't spell angel, apparently. Right, my spelling is off today, apparently. I was thinking of adding an Angel of Zera, because it's actually a pretty good card. You know, even though Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure are both at 1, you still see Macro deck, Bottom's still a card. I was thinking of putting Angel of Zera in, but I picked Dark and Dragon mainly because of the fact that it sins. Its effect sins. So again, kind of like Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, it allows me to get rid of things like Stardust Dragon, Yugioh, hell, even Armor Master. Well, Armor Master's only short about, but you get my point. Zimane, Scotchy, Maystroke. It just allows me to get rid of annoying cards, and Starken is just an all-around very, very good card. I didn't have it in here before because, I don't know, every time I think of Darken, for some reason I think he requires a Dark Tuner, plus 1 or non-tuner monsters. So, don't ask me why, I always think that, I don't know why, so that's why he wasn't in there previously. I remember that it required a regular tuner monster, he would have been in there in the last deck profile. Trust me, he would have been. Next up, we have a Dingos to Immorel, Gogogo Cowboy, 2 King of the Feral Imps, 1 number 104 Masquerade, Maystroke, number 39, Photon Poppy, finally D Sigma, and then a Black Ship of Corn. Now, I'm not running Lava Chain just because of the fact that the deck doesn't really need it. I had it in here on Pro, I was testing it with Pro, but I never really needed the card. I never really went into it. It was never necessary, so I'm not really playing Flex better, so there's really no need for me to ditch it. And Mizuki works very well with Kankara Kage, and I can easily get him engraved with cards with, like, Phoenix Wing Wind Blasts. Which I might actually end up taking out the Deepers and something else if I can't get my hands on one. So I might put him, like, maybe T-Wars or Regeki Break, something like that. But anyway, that's why I'm not running Lava Chain. I'm running 2 King of the Feral Imps just because, you know, I have 1 on standby, 1 on backup. Typically, only really need to play 1 King of the Feral Imps because really you just need 2 searches and you're good. Once you use both the searches of King, you're pretty much set up for the rest of the game in a sense. But I have the other one here on backup just in case I need the extra search, or if something happens to the first one, I have another one on backup that I can go into and do some more searching. Now, I want to talk about one of my favorite cards here, which is number 104 Masquerade. This is a card I just recently put in, I believe, yesterday. Now, I was trying to figure out what cards I wanted to replace Shockmaster with, because I love going first on Shockmaster in this deck. It's so much fun. But I decided to go, and I was thinking of doing Thunderspark Dragon because of the Bujin matchup, so I could just do a mass destructions, like blow away all the Bujin monsters, and Hetsuga, which is turtle, can't do shit about it. But I decided to go with Masquerade just because it has a nice, interesting effect, which allows me to send the top card of my opponent's deck to the graveyard. Which depends on the matchup you don't really want to do, but there's sometimes it would be very, very useful. Maybe the random matchup, like, yeah, you might get lucky and get that trap or spell. But what I really wanted to try him out was because of the effect that during either player's battle phase, when an opponent's monster effect is activated, you can attach one material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. It's just pretty good for any flip effects, any effects I want to try and activate during the battle phase. I can just go right, negate, and it's not waste of turn, and it dishes out 800 damage. As well as being 2700 attack, it's a pretty good half the amount of attacker. And again, to make your opponent mill, it's a nice little touch to it too. Again, in certain matchups you don't really want to use that effect, but, sometimes it can be very useful. And of course, I'm still using the Violent Stigma just because it's a good card. I like the Relinquish type effect it has. Plus, it becomes like a caster whenever it battles an opponent's monster that's the same attribute as the equipped monster, and you can have multiple equips. So that's very, very handy. It comes in very, very handy. Because, maybe a deck with pretty much one attribute, but your exceeds aren't going to be different attributed at times. So it will come in handy. So anyway, that's my Gogogo Zombie deck for the TCG. Like I said, sometime this weekend I'll have my OCG build. So yeah, comment below what you guys think, any ways to help make it better. I was thinking of running Plague, but I don't really know what I want to take over Plague Spitter. I do want to try it out in the deck, but it's one of those times like, I just don't really know what to take out. So anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, and bye.